Pleasant very good afternoon to one and all. My name is Pawan Kalyan. I am from Team 1. Today I am going to explain about Java. Java was invented by James Gosling in the year 1995 at Sun Microsystems. Initially it was called as Oak. Later it was called as Greens. And later it was developed by James Gosling and renamed as Java. Does anyone know how Java name came? Initially it was called as Oak now. Afterwards they renamed as Java. Does anyone know how it came? Can anyone? How means, while they're developing this language, they used to drink a coffee bought from Java Island. So they thought that this is the one of the main reason, this coffee is one of the main reason for developing this language. So at that time, Oak is already a company. So they thought that they was renamed as Oak as Java. So some features of Java. Java is simple because it has automatic garbage collection system. We use objects in Java now. So certain objects we don't use. So that objects will automatically get into garbage system. The Java collects the waste objects and it throws in a trash bin. So Java is simple because its syntax is equals to C++ syntax. So when we compare the C++ syntax and Java syntax is both equal. Next, Java is an object-oriented programming language. So can anyone tell what are the features of principles of object-oriented programming? Basic principles. Say loudly. Yeah, he is correct. The basic principles of OOP are classes, objects, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction. Abstraction is nothing but hiding unnecessary details from the user and showing necessary details. For example, some data we contain says all our names and roll numbers. You want that only your name. So it will show only your name and hide remaining all unnecessary details. So that is known as abstraction. Encapsulation. Wrapping of data into a single unit. What this means? Encapsulation means it is a combination of code and data. It both combine code and data and it comes into a single unit. Next, polymorphism. Polymorphism is nothing but poly means many and morphism means actions. Doing different actions by a same person. For example, take yourself only as example. You are as a good friend for your best friend and you are working as a student of KIET College and you are working as a son of your father. So here only you only are there, but you are performing different actions. So definition of polymorphism is doing different action by a same person or a single thing. So another important feature of Java is it's a robust. Robust means strength. It has strong memory management system and it also has automatic garbage collection system. So it is highly secure because actually C and Python programs run on OS, but Java programs run on Java virtual machine. So first it is going to run on Java virtual machine, otherwise it is going to run on operating system. Next, before going into the program, we must know some basic definitions or some basics about that program, or what are the data types going to use, what are the variables going to use, or the separators, etc. These are all common in real tokens. So in tokens, there are so many types are there. Tokens are the building blocks of a program. So without tokens, we can't construct a program. Or program won't exist without tokens. So some concepts in tokens are, first one, variables. Can anyone tell the definition of variable? Say loudly. Any one of you tell. Raise your hand and tell. Anyone? Otherwise say like that, no problem. Definition of variable. Correct. It is a memory location. For example, A is a variable. I took 10 here. So here 10 is storing in A. For example, here chairs are variables and you are the values. And what here is doing is, here 10 is storing in the variable. For example, altogether is known as memory location. This is a common basic example. And next one, separators. So some common separators used in Java program are comma, parenthesis, semicolon, curly brackets, etc. These are known as some common separators used in Java program. And next, operators. Can anyone tell the types of operators? Say loudly. So I forgot to mention one point in the above tokens. So what is that means? Does anyone tell the definition of constants? Constants are nothing but literals. Constants is nothing but the value which does not change during the execution of the program. For example, we have assigned the value 10 to the A. So it does not change the value during the execution of the program because we have already declared or we have already assigned or this value here. So it won't change during the completion of the entire program. So operators are 8 types: arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, unary operator, binary operator, ternary operator, and bitwise operators. Arithmetical operators are nothing but use arithmetical calculations. For example, plus, minus, numeric calculations it will do. That is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, percentage, division, etc. This kind of operations will do arithmetic operation. So now increment operator and decrement operator. There are 2 types, postfix and prefix. Postfix means the plus will be there, the increment operator will be there at front. At after, prefix means the increment operator or decrement operator will be there at first. So this is the postfix operator. This is the prefix operator. And this is the postfix operator. So while the program is running, what the postfix operator will do means, it will first increment the value after it first. What the postfix value will do means, it will first return the same value, afterwards it will increase. Afterwards it will go on increase. What the prefix operator will do, first it will increase the operator and then next it is going to print the value. For example, we assign A 10 to the value A. So we have to print A. First of all, what it will do means, first it will print A, what the postfix operator. But the prefix operator, first it will print 11 and then as it will go on increment or decrement. It will coming according to the given instruction by the user. Next, relational operators. It is used to tell the relation between 2 operands. Logical operator. In that logical operator, there are 4 types of operators: logical OR operator, logical AND operator, OR operator, and AND operator. And then next, I am going to tell decision making statements in Java. So can anyone tell what are the decision making statements in Java? Decision making statements are nothing but control flow statements. Control flowing statements or decision making statements. Can anyone tell? Yes, correct. If else, and if else if. Syntax of if. if condition statement. If the condition true, it will print the statement. Otherwise, it will terminate. Next, if else. If else syntax is if condition brackets will open, statement brackets will open, else statement. If the condition is false, it will print else statement. It won't print the if statements because the loop will terminate. It will come to the else. Next, if else if. If condition elif statement brackets at last else will be there. If the condition is true, it prints elif statements. But if the condition is false, it completely terminates. And last else statement will be print. That is for if else and if else if. I'm going to tell about loop statements. There are three types of loops are there. For loop, while loop, do while loop. Can anyone tell the syntax of for loop? Say loudly. Conditions and increment or decrement operator. First of all, it will initiate some value to it. Afterwards, we must give a condition to it. And we must tell to that we must increment or we must decrement. We have to use increment or decrement operator. This is for loop. Next, while loop. Syntax of while loop. Can anyone tell? First, it will initialize some value. Afterwards, it will check the conditions. Afterwards, it will print the statements and it will increment or decrement the operator. Next, do while loop. First, we have to initialize the value. Afterwards, we have to print some statement. We have to write some statement. And at last, we have to write some conditions. After the statement, we have to write increment or decrement operator. What the for loop will do means, it check the conditions and it will print the values. What the do while loop will do means, first of all, if the condition is true or false, it will print at least one statement. But for loop will not print at least one statement also. Because if the condition is false, it completely terminates or it will get infinite loop. It will print infinite loop only. If the condition is false means. But do while loop, what it does means, if the condition is false, it doesn't terminate. At least one statement it prints. This is do while loop. Does anyone know inside for loop we can print statements also? Does anyone know? So how means, first we have to initialize some value to it. So try it in your phones also afterwards. First initialize some values to it. For example, int I equals to 0. Afterwards, use for loop syntax. For what the statement you have to print, write it first here. System.out.println. What the statement you want to print, first of all write it here. Afterwards, write the condition. I less than or equals to 10. And afterwards, you can write again the statement also. There is no problem. But if you want to write. Otherwise, you don't write. That's your wish. But you can write statement here also. System.out.println. Print something Java. Afterwards, while printing the statement, you have to use first increment or decrement operator. And then next statement. So how this going to run means, first of all, it prints the statement inside the for loop. It will check the value we initialized, and afterwards it will print the statement first written in the for loop. Afterwards it check the condition. So according to the conditions, what the statements we have given here, it will print here. After printing the statements, it will go up to there. So next this will print. So this will print only one time. Then next what will print prints? First of all, it will be 0. Next one, it go on increment up to 10 because you gave I less than or equals to 10. It will print It does not print 9 because we gave here equals to symbol. So the statement will print up to 10 statements. So along with this statement also will print. Why means after soon checking the statement, after this statement only is there now. So this loop continuously rotates until the given condition is false. When the given condition is false, the entire loop terminates or it will come outside the loop.